Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my god, there are people. Oh my god, Sean, hey. Annie McFarland, hey girl. Webtoon always, hey. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here, guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Hey. Long time no see, Sean. Hope you're doing well with Bassoon. Hey. Oh my gosh. Hi, Webtoon Always. So nice to talk to you in person. Oh my gosh, you guys are all coming. I'm so excited. This is my this is my first time, and I'm just so excited for you guys to come. Thank you so much. Air Force audition next week. I have a lot of musician friends from college. Not all of them follow me here, but I do have some, and it's really cool to see. Hey, Kim. Thanks for coming, girl. Kim is one of my friends. She's an author. You can follow her at Kim Robinson Books. Hey. Oh my gosh, 18 people already. Thank you. This is like my little area divider here. I'm actually in my studio where I do all my music right now. Bien, y tu? Thank you. But yeah, this screen is in my little music room. I have like a whole sound wall over here for recording and everything. And yeah, so thank you. Faded Adams said, I really love your music. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh, so many hearts. I feel like they're like at least 1 billion already. Oh my gosh. Yes, thank you guys for coming. So I'm gonna just get started with who I am. For those of you who don't know, I'm Isabella. You can find my music on Webtoon series. Like my first one was My Dear Cold-Blooded King. I did a ton of stuff with Purple Hyacinth. I actually did 2 albums with Sophism, the artist and pianist. I did, hey, A Million and Vermilion joined, my partner in crime. He does a lot of music for Phase, and we do brass and sass music together, so you should definitely check him out. So I do music for Webtoons. I also do music independently as a singer-songwriter, and soon I'm gonna be working on my first album. So I do a lot of music with all kinds of things, OSTs, my own personal music, hopefully doing games, and in the future movies. That's like a really personal goal I have, and I hope that that comes true one day. And yeah, so this year I will be doing my album, and I'm excited. I'm completely independent, which for those of you who don't know what that means, hello, Fairy Light, lots of people, hey. Anyways, so I'm a completely independent creator, and that means I'm not supported by a record label, any other people. Most musicians, I would say like 99% of people that you listen to music with are major label or independent label, which means that they have help with recording their music, marketing their music, writing their music, producing their music. But I actually do pretty much all of that myself and with my partner. Thank you for listening. I do all of that with my partner, A Million and Vermilion, who joined the live stream. So anyways, so I had so many questions from you guys, like more than I can count. I'm so excited. And thank you so much for being interested in what I do and asking me about what's going on, how I got started. So first, I got lots of questions about the instruments I play. So my first instrument that I started, which went very badly, was piano when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And I was like, no way, man, this sucks. So I quit that for a while, and I ended up starting voice lessons when I was like 12 years old. Yeah, lots of comments. Sorry, I'm like working on speaking and reading all these comments. I really appreciate you guys. I don't write a webcomic, but I love you too. Basically, I so I started singing when I was 12 years old, and I did lots of lessons. I actually went to a college for lessons, and I studied and worked every single week, and I was supposed to be an opera singer. That's what I was preparing to do for since the age I was 12 until like 18. So that was a lot of classical music. Oh, Kim says she started piano, walked away. Yeah, a lot of us, sorry, it's, you said, hi, sorry I'm late. It's fine, you're okay. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I've got a few other people joining. Social Construct, Kim's Coffee Tower. Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh, Kim's Coffee Tower did a cover of my song Paper Boats. I loved it so much. Thank you. Yes, so anyways, piano, voice. I did voice for a long time, classical music, like Italian, French, Latin, German, English. It was really great though, because it's really helped me just sharpen my ear for a lot of things, which I didn't even realize I would need. Like last year too, I was contacted to do music for Covenant, and I just whipped out the old Latin, and it was nice. Thank you guys. My friend is your fan. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to have fans. So happy to have friends to share all the music with. So thank you guys. So voice was my main instrument. Piano, I actually did harp for a little bit in college. I just wanted to do it. I always thought it was like the most beautiful instrument in the world. And I was like, screw it. Like, I'm gonna buy like a small like 28 string harp and learn that. And I also learned ukulele, obviously, as you can tell from Paper Boats. And I also learned guitar in college, which that was like the hardest instrument for me. How many of you, oh my gosh, bring out the harp and play? So I actually, Kim, I actually had to sell my harp. Within the past few months, I've sold almost every single instrument I own to ramp up the studio and get some more mics and some stuff that I needed, like software and everything for the music. It's all really kind of high-tech and expensive stuff, so I had to be like, okay, we're gonna out with the old and in with the new. So I wish I could, but I actually, every time you hear an instrument like cello or orchestra and stuff, it's actually all electronic, so which is really cool because I can control that. So piano, guitar, harp, voice, ukulele. Guitar was definitely my hardest instrument. For those of you who don't know or don't play guitar, like you have to build like really mad calluses on your left hand. This is my left hand. Okay. Just checking. And it was just so hard. It was really hard. Oh, thank you. You are amazing. Oh, your dad plays guitar? That's cool. Oh, I'm getting a demand for a live stream where I compose one day. Yeah, I'd be down for that. This is my first live stream, but like I'm hoping to do more stuff in the future. And I have some exciting other stuff that I'm gonna start live streaming soon too. Yes, the struggle is real. You guys are talking about the calluses. Yeah, absolutely. Like it takes weeks, if not months, to build calluses. Thank you so much. The musical ability of a piece of bread. Well, you know, like 12 grain is pretty tasty, especially if you put some like fantastic jam on it, so that's okay. Triangle. Oh, thank you guys for supporting me. But yeah, so guitar was really hard for me. I was actually like one of the worst students in my class when I was learning how to play. But I still love it and I still play, but not as much. Well, thank you. So you guys also asked about my first song. So I did my first song only a couple years ago. And for just a little background too, I did not study composing music, like at all. Like zero, none. I had never like done anything like that. at all, and for me it was like a completely just new thing. Like I got out of school in 2017 from FSU. Oh, thank you. I got a ukulele playing is spectacular. Thanks. Um, I got out of school and I studied music therapy, which is it's an allied health profession where you use music to achieve non-musical goals. And I worked in places like mental health, in hospice, which I really loved that, with kids, in special education, and oh, thanks. And areas like that for building non-musical goals. So I got out of school and I studied music therapy at FSU here. I still live here, and in Tallahassee, where Florida State is. And I was actually really depressed. I had worked for like 4 years straight. Like I worked all weekends, like every single day. I went to school at like 7 a.m. and I got home at 8 or 9 p.m. And I realized like, oh my gosh, I'm like 22 years old and like I don't even know like who I am. Like this is crazy. And I was like, I gotta do something. So I ended up learning how to write music and just played around and experimented with it. I only did for me. I didn't even like really show anybody. And I wrote my first song, which actually got featured in My Dear Cold-Blooded King, which just finished not too long ago. I was playing piano. I bought this software where I could just play with all different kinds of instruments. And I had been reading My Dear Cold-Blooded King at the time, and I was like, I don't know what to be inspired by, so let me just bask in the glory of this webcomic and live in that. And I did. And then my honey boo, my honey boyfriend, was like, you should send this to the author. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, really? And he was like, yeah, screw it, just go. And I was like, okay, I will, but it's just like, I don't know, if she'll like it, but I just wanted to send this as appreciation to her. And she was like, girl, like, I want to use this. And I was like, me? I was like, okay. So that's kind of what started it. And you can actually hear that song. It's called Intertwined. Love you too. You can actually hear it. It's on my Spotify. It's called Intertwined. It's my very first song, and it has piano, arhu. I think that's it. You'd think I'd know a little bit more about my songs, but I've actually just gone through so many songs and so many different styles the past like 2 years. I pretty much haven't stopped writing music. So yeah. So basically I've been writing music for a couple of years now, ever since I wrote that song a couple years ago. I started just writing after that. I wrote I took Haunted Past. You can find that song on Spotify. I don't know what it was called before, but Sophism had posted it, and I actually like orchestrated it, and I was like, hey, I'm so excited for you to come back. Like, you don't know me, but I love you and your series, because I used to read a lot of Canvas. I still do now sometimes when I have the time. And then we ended up doing 2 albums, and then Vermillion and I did Brass and Sass, and it was just like so many things. Like, now that I think about it, I've been on My Dear Cold-Blooded King, Unlovable Replacement, Nice to Meet You, of course. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking so bad. I'm sorry, guys. Dior, I'm on that comic. Let's see. So many, I can't remember. Brass and Sass, obviously. So many to keep track. I'm gonna wave a little bit to you guys. Wave. Yes, thank you. So you guys asked me if I have pets too. I have 2 pets. I have Mocha, which you've seen. She is my little dog. She's blonde. Um, Thank you for liking the Purple Hyacinth soundtrack. Yeah. So I have 2 pets. I have my dog who likes to be the center of attention and a little black cat who likes to hide away. So that's why you don't see him too often. I don't really classify it as a pet, but I feel like I have a pet, like Chicken. Like there's this rooster that lives down the street and he talks to me all day, like all day when I'm trying to record, and so he's kind of like a pet too. You guys asked about some of my inspirations, and I think like when I think of inspirations, like I could think of music and different artists and people, but I kind of like to think I'm inspired by so many different things. Like I'm inspired by video games, I'm inspired by musicians, I'm inspired by art, I'm inspired by dance. I feel like my music, and the reason why I like writing music is because I can take a normal feeling and I just have normal feelings just like everybody else, and I want to make it bigger and brighter and more exciting than maybe it feels, or maybe it is. Like some of you guys were asking me about how I was doing with the pandemic, and most of the time I have to be by myself here at home and I'm working, and you know, for me, using my imagination it makes the world go from here to just here. So that's my inspiration. That's why you can hear a lot of like, hey, Isabella, nice to see you. I really like fantasy and the idea of making my life and my emotions and what I'm experiencing bigger than just in myself. So that's why I like using fantasy elements. I like to write kind of stories that you can imagine in your head in the music, or just even writing music for webtoons. I'm just really big into storytelling, and I think that's why, you know, I connected so much with writing music for webtoons. And now, actually, as I'm writing my music and my songs for my first album, I'm actually taking all of that and exactly who I am and just blowing that up big and focusing on, you know, my own stories, my own thoughts, and my own feelings. So I appreciate you guys liking my so many hearts. I appreciate you guys loving my music so much. I kind of felt like I was going out on a limb with writing Paper Boats and also my song Shattered. These are the first 2 songs that I've had that have like vocals, like lyrics in them. I've released a couple. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so excited for the album too. It's gonna be several months from now, but I am writing it. I am working hard, and I'm gonna be making it as soon as possible. Oh, I got some blue hearts from Vermillion. Thanks. Oh, yeah. I love that you guys are in the comments. Like, I promise I'm trying to have a thread here, and I'm sorry if I get cut off, but I'm working on it. Yes, Isabella, I'm working on my own first full-length album as a solo artist. Thank you. You may see some of those songs in some webtoons, but, you know, you'll see going forward. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so I'm inspired by so many things, everything around me. And in Paper Boats, I used a lot of inspiration from my childhood to make that song. I thought about some of my favorite memories and my first memories. And it was just really fun and exciting to kind of live that again. Like the whole point of Paper Boats, which if you haven't listened to Paper Boats, it's on my Spotify, and it was featured in the finale of season 1 of Nice to Meet You. that song for me, when I first wrote it, was about the feeling of a person you love and care for being as important and as meaningful and becoming like part of your life to the point that they almost have the impression of like the very first thing you remember. So, oh, I'm getting so much excitement for the album. Yes! Yeah. So, yeah, with Paper Boats, this person that you love becomes almost a part of you. And I had no idea how this song was going to be used, but that's how I started it. And my very first memory was when I was little. I think it was probably like 3 or 4 years old, and I just remember seeing the sun come through the window. I lived in a loft, and that's what my room was, and it was just like really golden. I just remember the color, and I was like, yes, this is just, it felt so warm and beautiful, and I was like, I want to put this in a song, like, and I personally feel that, you know, the person and the people that you care about can become as important and as warm as those first thoughts and memories we have. So, oh, thank you. Paper Boats. Yes, thank you for loving it. You know, people say that love is fleeting maybe, and you know, they have all different kinds of thoughts about love, but I really think that it's important, and you know, no matter like who we are or what people we have in our life, like they impact us for a long time and maybe forever, really. So that's what that song is about. And later in the song I talk about running through the rain, and that was actually a good memory that I have from high school. It was probably my favorite memory. And I did, for those of you who don't know what color guard is, let me know, but I was in color guard for a year in high school, which is a part of marching band. And when I was in marching band, we had to stay at school like all afternoon until like 8 o'clock at night. So I was at school from like 7 until like 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And one afternoon, one of my best friends and I were just hanging out at school, and it just started pouring, and I mean like pouring. And we were like, you know what? We're gonna go outside. Like, let's go and just like jump around. And we were like, woohoo, you know, running around, just getting soaked. And it was so much fun, and we just didn't give a shit about anything, and we were just running and jumping in puddles. And so I integrated little pieces of some of my best memories throughout the whole song. And for me, it just felt really good, because I don't know about you guys, but for me, high school was a really kind of shitty part of my life. So I was really happy to use that memory to be like, yes, you know, I'm gonna make this a good memory. I'm gonna make this song all about the best memories that I have. And so that's why it calls upon a lot of childhood feelings. And the cool thing was, so I finished that song. I had been working on it on the back burner for so many months. I mean, like at least 6 months, because Vermillion and I were recording it, and we recorded the whole thing once, and I was like, no man, like like the heart of the song is here. Like, you can just get this feeling. Yeah, poems are based on your incidents in high school. Yeah, absolutely. High school is like a really tough time. Like, and I had a lot of shit in high school. So a lot of like the trajectory of my life happened because of high school. Yeah, you guys are talking about, as a high school student, you can relate, it's tough. Yeah, anybody else, if you're feeling it, like, let me know. Like, I can tell you that, like, it's shitty, but you will survive. Like, like if you have any things, like, yeah, high school is a thing. Yeah, I know, Kim. Like, it feels like it was far away now, but like it was so tough that like I remember it so clearly, like even right now. And yeah, high school just sucked. But anyways, I'm trying to remember what I was talking about. But yeah, you know, high school is tough. Things we go through are tough, but you know, you can cycle it back into something good. Like I saw Webtoon always said that she writes a lot of her poetry and stuff about that, and I think that's great. Yeah, I would love to hear some of your hobbies. What do you guys like to do? Yeah, so just type in, like, I really want to hear what you guys like to do and are up to. And while I wait for that, yeah, so paper boats, that's what I was talking about. Sorry, I'm getting used to this whole live stream thing. Yeah, so paper boats had took some of my best childhood memories, my high school stories. Okay, I'll share one. It took my high school memories, my childhood memories, all of those things. Oh, I was going to say, I remember. I will do high school memories in a minute. But paper boats, I sent it to Wishroomness, who's the author of Nice to Meet You. I had no idea how she was going to use it. A Million and Vermilion and I had battled for months with this song. We recorded the whole thing once, then we recorded the whole thing again, and I reproduced it with a different style, and he had learned some better techniques for mixing and mastering and engineering all the sounds. And yeah, ooh, art, drawing, composing, singing from you guys, awesome. Photography, drawing, writing, trying to get into baking without burning down the house. Oh yeah. Love to write and play viola. You do it so well, Kim's Coffee Tower. Oh my god, somebody else has the same screen. No, that's so cool. Like Amazon, yo. Oh, podcast about the paranormal. Yes. High school, you will survive. It's tough, but you can make it. I made it, and I definitely didn't fit into high school. I really, like, high school wasn't my time. And honestly, hell, like, college wasn't even really my time. Like, my time is me right now. So hang on tight. You can make it. Knitting, that's really cool. I think I tried knitting once and I was really terrible at it. But that's okay, because I really appreciate it and love it. Cool. I'm so glad to hear your comments. Thanks, guys. So basically, I'll just finish the story about paper boats, and then I'll talk about some high school stuff. So I sent paper boats. We finally finished it. It was in like November, and then A Million and Vermilion went above and beyond, and with the extra knowledge he learned, mixed and mastered it one more time in December. And then it came out in January, and I had no idea of the story. I literally was so excited and had no idea that I had to fast pass the episode, because I was like, oh my god, like, how is this gonna happen? Like, what's going on? And I was like reading it and just like seeing how she just put it in there. I was like, oh my god, like, this is so good. And she told me that she ended up I don't know if it was redrawing or just redoing the scene at the end where Win is like on the bridge and there are the kids below with the paper boats. She told me that she did that because of the song, and I was like, yes. I was so stoked. I was so stoked to have my song like change the storytelling of that comic and of that important scene. I had no idea it was going to be used to express his feelings, and then I realized how my song could have another meaning, and it could be for experiencing love for the first time. So yeah, I'm getting some Win love. Yeah, he's so cute. I love him. Do you guys have a favorite character from Nice to Meet You? Yeah, the creator is so sweet. She's really sweet. If you guys have a favorite character from a webtoon or from Nice to Meet You, I want to hear. Some of my favorite webtoons are Remarried Empress. Oh, I love that comic. Oh my gosh. Lore Olympus, love. Grim Reaper, love. I mean, I've got like billions really, but oh man, I'm really into Remarried Empress. Yes, Mew is so sweet. I know. Oh, we got some Win love. Mew, enjoy the show. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, enjoy the show. Mew. Yeah, if you, and also share your favorite webcomics. Oh, Sub-Zero. Yes, can't get me enough of that. I swear, I was like looking at my bank account when a lot of those big ones, Unlovable Replacement, love that one too, when all of my favorites were going on, I was like, yikes, looking at my bank account. Ooh, Your Throne. I haven't read that one. Unlovable Replacement. Let's see. Oh, Phase. Yeah. Yeah, I love Phase too. Remarried Empress. Yeah. I love Phase too. The progression of like the art and the story in Phase has just been like crazy. Crazy. I remember Joe and I were talking about, Joe is the author, Joe and I were talking about the story, and I didn't know how it was gonna go, but like the progression is just nuts. Like, it's really cool. So you guys asked for a high school story. I'm gonna think back. Oh man, did I have anything really crazy in high school? Well, one thing about my high school experience was in my senior year, I actually did dual enrollment, which is where you go to college early. So I kind of like went to high school from freshman year, like 9th grade, until 11th. I don't really count like that last year. Off topic, but who do I ship with Min? Ooh, I'm kind of like, shoot. Oh my god, Shattered is, oh my god, I can't even say my own song title name. Shattered is my novel's theme. Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you guys for loving Shattered. Shattered comes from a really, really just deep place. I had a lot of things. Side note for a second on Shattered. I had a lot of things that I went through in high school, and I say high school because it's around the time of high school, but it was really like my family life. And a lot of really bad things, to be honest. But Shattered gave me the chance to express that without saying that. Shattered is about, like, some of the feelings I had with my family kind of breaking apart. My parents got divorced a couple years after I got out of high school, but things were like for several years, pretty much my first year in high school, my family was just kind of breaking apart. There was a lot of really terrible things that happened, and kind of my family relationship was destroyed a little bit. I've mentioned this a little bit, but basically the week after I got out of high school, I actually had to climb out of my own window and break out of my house to leave. And that was like it for me. And I went off on my own, and here I am now. But yeah, anyways, Shatter's about a lot of different things, a lot of issues I had with my dad. I had a lot of terrible, like, just experiences with my dad, and I, as a result of all those feelings I had with my family kind of breaking apart, a lot of different kind of abusive things, like, I felt like a completely shattered person, and that's what that song kind of gets at. You know, I kind of had this thing where, like, I had anxiety to to see and interact with people. And so the lyrics of like, is this happening again? Like I would have that feeling. So that's what that's about. That's a side note. If you guys want me to go into that song eventually more, I will definitely do that. I'm giving you little tidbits now. It's kind of like something I have to work up to talk about. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. Like, you know, I think back about some of the stuff that happened in my life, and hello, new people that are joining. That's okay. You know, Aw, Queen, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm really happy. Thank you guys so much for the support. You know, I'm telling you a little bit at a time. Like, it's something I have to work up, but you know, I was almost homeless for a few months. When I was 18, I went off to college and had to do everything on my own. I actually had to file a restraining order against my dad, too. But I could look back at all those things and feel really upset, but it was just the way my life went. And the thing is that I realized was that I'm like a hell of a lot stronger than I thought. It was really crazy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but that's where the passion in my music comes from. I think for me, like, all bets are off. You know, I've felt like I had to start like here, and I had to work up my life all the way back up. And I only had the support of a couple people just telling me to keep going. But, you know, all those things happened in my life. I am doing better now. Thank you guys. Yeah, so many hearts. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you know, and just like you guys all have probably had tough things to deal with. Like, I've had a lot, but for me, like, it's taught me so many things. It's taught me that I really have to stand up and fight for what I want. And I had to figure out what I wanted, like who I was and how I was different. Like, I didn't realize how different I was from my family until I left home and until I had to go to school every day. And I had to really fight to survive in school and working weekends and nights. And I decided, like, I'm living only for me. But, like, it was tough because I only had me to fall back on. But at the same time, I was like, I'm doing this for me, you know? And I really hope that you all feel that way too, you know, that, like, there are going to be people against you. There are things you can't control. There are going to be obstacles in your way. There are going to be a lot of things. But if you truly want something, you know, just go, you know, kick your ass for it a little bit and really fight for yourself, because you deserve to be doing what you want to do, and it's possible. Because I'm doing it right now, and I'm working on just leveling that shit up. So, yeah. You guys are really so sweet. I really appreciate all of the comments. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are just so awesome. I'm so lucky to have so many amazing people with me in this journey, because I really think of it that way. I think of you guys as with me, not watching me, but you're with me through all this stuff. And you're with me every time, you know, you listen to a song, and I go on and see, like, you know, 25 people are listening, and I'm like, you're with me. And I'm like, yes, you know, thank you for just experiencing life with me, for experiencing my emotions through the music, you know, telling me your emotions and the things that you've been through. I think something that I was thinking about this the other day, and with why I'm doing an album. And the reason I'm doing an album of music is because, like, I want to share a deeper emotional connection than most artists you hear. You know, I'm just a normal person. I think, you know, a lot of us are just normal people. And, but I have very strong, intense emotions about things, thoughts about the world, about my vision of the world, and the world that I want it to be. And I just want to bring you guys with me on that. I want to show you that a beautiful world is possible, you know, with all of the bright and dark colors that it holds. So, oh, thank you. Janelle Michaela, thank you, saying I'm so inspiring. Webtoon always, lots of hearts. You guys are awesome. So, back to a high school story. So, let's see. I have to have a funny high school story. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to share a high school story that, oh, thanks, Kim. That was right off the fly. I'm going to share a high school story that really affected me and I was so pissed about for so many years. But then I realized, like, you know, I learned something from it. So, I was in drama, like musical theater in high school for about a year. I think it was my sophomore year. And I was getting ready to do some performances, some scholarship applications. We were doing the musical Hairspray, and at my school, it was like a really competitive thing. Like there were hundreds of people involved in the musical, and yes, musical theater. Yes, I loved it. I grew up doing all kinds of like musical theater, like Rodgers and Hammerstein and stuff, and old and new stuff. Yeah, but we were doing Hairspray, and I was late to a rehearsal like by 15 minutes, but I had told the drama teacher ahead of time that I was going to be late, and she stopped rehearsal when I got there. I like crept up and I was like, meh. You know, I'm here, like on the side of the stage, like ready, and she stopped everything, and I was like, I'm here. I don't know why we're stopping, but I'm here. And she called my name. She screamed my name. And she pretty much bitched me out for being late and for not showing up and saying I didn't take things seriously. And I don't know why this teacher hated me, man, but she did. And I remember she told me that I was so unprofessional. Yeah, I was like, ooh, and all these things. And I remember, I think I ran away crying, and I was like, I was so humiliated and so upset and sad. And I remember that teacher told me, she was like, Isabella, you know, you're just like a blank canvas. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know where to place you. Like, you can sing, but I don't know. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like, okay. But I realized later, like, because it bothered me when I was in high school. It made me feel so insecure. It really bothered me. But then I realized, like, you know, yeah, I know, right? What the heck? Like, I realized, I was like, you can't define me. Like, that's on you. Like, ha, like, you know, I don't need to be defined. Like, that's amazing. Like, you know, I misunderstood myself for so many years, and you misunderstand me right now. But guess what? That means I can be anything. I know, right? It's like a weird thing. It was a weird thing to say. And a lot of people will tell you, like, oh, you should do this, you know, or you should study this career path, or you should do this thing, or, oh, I love this one. Don't do music or art because it's not safe, or write, or do things. And it's like, dude, you know, things like, she didn't know your canvas, but you've got one girl. Yeah, like, I don't know why she said that, but, yeah, I was like, why would you say that to someone? But I realized, like, you don't need to know who I am, and I'm gonna figure that out on my own, and you can't define me, because that's really what it is. I'm defining myself now, and now I feel like I have a portrait that you can't copy. So it's like, on you, lady. Thank you guys for like, yeah. Oh, we had a math teacher that was like that, made me cry. Good, yeah, good. Always being told not to follow art, writing, it's not safe. Yeah, you know, people will tell you all day long that you can't do it. I come from a family with no people that do creative pursuits, or, you know, creation like that for a living. I'm the only person, I think, in my entire family, my dad's side and my mom's side and all the kids. And, you know, like, it's, in this day and age, we actually have some of the most freedom ever to pursue what we want, you know? I completely do music online. Like, you guys are in all different places across the US, across the world. Please also, oh, best-selling author, those are lies. You can do it yourself. Yes, yes, girl. Kim Robinson, guys, she is a best-selling author here in the chat. She writes all of her books, and she publishes them herself, and she's killing it. So, like, if you want tips, there's my finger. You can follow her, check out her stuff, she has a lot of great resources. I saw a couple of writers in here, but I believe that you can benefit from that knowledge, whatever area you're in, so definitely check her out. I can't point there. Yes. Yeah, you really don't need anybody else. And the internet's open, it's free for ideas. It's up for the taking. And what I'm learning is that you don't need hundreds of thousands of people or millions of people or millions of streams. You need a circle of people that just, you know, love you so much, and you can do it. And I feel like so many of you guys are like right in that special heart circle for me, and I'm so thankful. You know, that's all it takes. You really can make it happen. It isn't easy, but it is possible. And for those of you guys that wonder kind of how I do it, so, you know, I'm working at my music business myself right now, and as I grow that up, I'm cutting down on my part-time work. And my part-time work is actually teaching English teaching English to Chinese students. You can fail at safe careers, so why not do what you love? I know, right? Like, like, I hear accounting is going to, like, literally go extinct in the next, like, 4 years. Like, what the hell, you know? Like, that was supposed to be, like, one of the safest things. And, yeah, my parents were trying to tell me, like, oh, you know, you should be a nurse and also, like, study music. And I was like, I believed them for a while. You know, you'll believe what people tell you for a while, but don't. Like, you know, what I've learned is, like, you may be young and you may have dreams, but that does not mean they're impossible. You should just do them. Figure out your own way of doing them. Yeah, yes, yeah, you guys, like, share some of the things that you want to do. Like, if you're in high school or younger or older, or you want a different career, I'd love to hear, like, some of those things that you want to do. Yeah, you can fail at safe careers all the time. That's a great point. Like, nothing is safe. I think the pandemic's proved that too. I mean, I know so many people in healthcare that just immediately lost their job. People in marketing, people in business, they lost it. They lost it completely. And in my opinion, all bets are off. Yeah, they don't know what you can accomplish. Absolutely, Kim. Yeah, I think sometimes it gets me, I get a little bit heated up by it. But yeah, you know, there's so many people, and a million and vermillion, and I have experienced that people, like, literally, probably 99% of people are like, what are you trying to do? Like, there's no way you're gonna do that. There's no way you're gonna have this. There's no way you're gonna have that. And it's like, well, screw you, you know? Like, I am going to do this, and I'm gonna figure it out my way, you know? The internet's amazing. You can learn anything. Like, I honestly think it's even, like, in this day and age, like, maybe controversial opinion, but you don't even need to go to school anymore. Like, I went to school, and I'm like, there were probably 3 important things that I learned from school. Yeah, my mom used to be a nurse. She stopped to have me. Now she works at a store. Your mom's awesome. Your mom's awesome. It's really tough being a mom. It's really tough. I commend her. There's probably 3 things that I learned from school that you need to know. I learned that you need to figure out what it is you don't know and learn it. I learned that you need to find yourself, which I started doing after school because I didn't have time for it while I was in school. And be nice to every person you meet. That's what I learned. But here it is for you now, so maybe don't go to school and get into tons of debt. Sorry. For everyone pursuing college, you're great. But for those of you who decide, you know, you have lots of big plans that maybe don't fit into the confines of a degree, that's fine too. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect plan. I mean, I'm one of those, I'm in the statistic of, like, the people who studied something, and that's not what they're doing. Like, in the mornings, I start my morning at 5 a.m. Eastern time here, and I teach English for 4 hours. Love my baby kids, and I say goodbye, good night to them, and then I start working on music, and yeah. Ooh, I've got lots of new people who joined. Hello. Hey guys, I am currently talking about why you don't need to go to college. Or if you are in college, like, specific things that are important to know. Yeah, so if you guys are studying or have different plans or different dreams that you have, different goals, like, let me know. I'd love to help you guys out with what you're thinking. Not the best at writing, but I'm working really hard, and my parents are really supportive. Yes, you're welcome. I read Webtoon Always. I read, right before bed, I read your poem about, it was about interacting with all the different clothes in your closet, and I thought it was so cool, because clothes tell so much about us. So keep it going. You really just, the best thing that you can do, Stargaze cosplay, I love your cosplay, thank you. You are so great. I always see your stuff and I'm like, wow, how does she do that? Anyways, yeah. Fashion is my favorite. Yeah, like, you know, so in essence, like, do you, your path is not going to be easy, but, like, just keep it going. You know, being a creator is challenging. I'm learning right now about how I need to put myself out there more. Just like we all have things we need to work on, you know? You can get there. You just have to do a little bit at a time. So, do you guys have any more questions for me, by the way, that I haven't... Stargaze, oh yeah. If you guys have more questions, I'd love to hear them. And for the new peeps, let me know some of your favorite webtoons, some of your favorite instruments. Oh, I forgot to talk about my favorite instrument. Oh boy. I think for me, I have a couple of instruments that I really, really love, but I make it a goal of mine to always, like, fall in love with the next instrument I'm working with. Like, if you would have asked me a couple of years ago if, you know, what band instruments I love, I would have been like, what? Like band? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna respond to you guys a little bit. I'm currently trying to get an economics degree. but I want to work in publishing someday. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. In these blank pages, you've got a great channel where you're creating a lot of awesome content. I'm loving it. Yeah, you can do it. Just keep moving forward. Learn the things that you don't know yet, and keep researching about things in publishing. You'll make it. Phase is an awesome webtoon. I love it too. I love working on the music for it too. On that one, I do a lot of back end, editing and stuff for A Million and for Millions music. I'm behind the scenes with my mouse, hee hee, I'm gonna put all these things together and edit all this music and make it happen behind him. But it's fun. I love doing my song Shattered for Phase. Yeah, but you guys are great. Thanks so much for all the comments. Oh yeah, there he is. A Million and for Millions there. Favorite animal? Oh, my favorite instrument is the clarinet. I couldn't make a sound on my first try. Oh yeah, clarinet's tough. My brother played clarinet, so yeah. My dad also played clarinet too. My dad and my brother played band instruments, and everybody told me oh, what are you gonna play in band? And I was like, I'm not. I sucked at recorder. I'm not doing band. I really think they should abolish the recorder and the use of music schools in elementary school. For me, it was a really low point. It was a low point in my elementary career. Sucking so hard at oh, anime. Okay. Anime. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, recorder sucks, which you can hear in my song from Purple Hyacinth. It's I think it's the Butler's theme. I played it's not clarinet, but I played recorder really horribly. I think I practiced for 5 minutes, and I bought a $5 recorder at Guitar Center. It was really fun. I'm gonna read a couple comments. I want to get into what I love, which is writing, but I just don't know how to start. Haha. Trying to find my style first. Oh, I'm so glad that I can inspire you and webtoons inspire you too. My personal advice is just write a little bit each day. You don't have to have a place for it yet. Actually, the first thing I started doing that was creative writing stories and stuff when I was in high school. I wanted to publish a novel one day, actually. Still might, who knows. But just do a little bit. Just start making stuff, We all start from a lower place. I look back at my first song and I'm okay, there were good things, but whoa, there's a long way to go. But the more you actually just start making content, the more you can get better at it. It's a skill. Creating is a skill, and it doesn't matter what you create. You gotta start flexing it, composing is a skill. I actually had to stop playing instruments so much because I had to learn how to, learn the skill, work the skill. So, ooh, I got some more people. Oh my God, I've got tons of hearts. I'm waving. This is my first live stream, so I'm learning, guys. Yeah. So anyways, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope that helps. I guess something I want to know. I want people to know and want you guys to know, especially if you feel that connecting point to my music is that you can make it, your dreams can be possible, and the things that you think and feel can be extremely real. They can live on their own if you just make them live on your own. If you feel this force of will that you have to make these things that you're inspired by and they're going to live on their own, you can do it. I had a question about a favorite anime. Ooh, I love so many different anime. Ooh. Oh, I kind of shut down after your compliment. Oh, that's okay. You guys, I'm here for you just as much as you are for me. I really do mean that. Yeah. I don't think there are enough people in this world telling you that you can do something that's amazing and brave. So I'm gonna be one of those people. Yeah, so my favorite anime. So I'm currently watching One Piece a little bit at a time, which not all of you watch, which is fine. I love Promised Neverland. I haven't watched the second season because I hear it like kind of changes from the story, and I'm like, it's so perfect. Why would you do that? Like, but oh my god, the music from Promised Neverland, like, I died. Oh, what episode am I on for One Piece? Oh my god, I don't know what episode I'm on, but I'm in the Big Mom arc. If I don't want to like spoil anything for anybody, yeah, but I'm in the Big Mom arc, and I just passed the Katakuri fight, and I was like, oh! But yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of you guys watch One Piece. Another one I love, like I really love like brutal ones too, like Attack on Titan. Like I'm waiting until the series like finishes. Because I literally, for some reason, when I watch and read Attack on Titan, I'm gonna have a coffee break. When I watch and read Attack on Titan, I just like, I get so upset if I can't just keep binging. Yes, Isabella's Lullaby is the best thing I have heard too. If I get time, and if you guys really wanted me to, I would consider covering it. Yeah. Yeah. Your older brother's telling you to watch it now. Yeah, there are so many amazing ones. Let me see. Yeah, my honey bun and I love to watch anime, and he loves to read, and that's just a great hobby. Your Lie in April is super awesome. I love so many of the different you guys want a little cover? Maybe later this year. Cuz that one for me is special. Like I'd love to have a cover of like Isabella's Lullaby by Isabella. Like as soon as I saw like the title of that song, I was like, this is for me. This is for me. Like I love this. This is so cool. It's the best. I also love Amelie's version too. She put lyrics to it, which I thought was really creative. Yes, Your Lie in April, it's just like I have to have like certain series, I have to have like tissues on standby. Toilet Bound. What is this Toilet Bound? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check this out. I love Black Clover. Love Black Clover. What else do I love? Oh my gosh, it's like all blanking right now. Sorry guys. I mean, yeah, I love it. So many. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You think a cover would be amazing. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to check out this Toilet Bound one. My honey bun is really into Chainsaw Man. Do you guys like Chainsaw Man? It seems like it's amazing. There's so many I need to like watch and read. Do you have a favorite OST that you listen to when you need background sounds? I absolutely love, I love Promised Neverland. I actually put that on quite a bit. I've sat down to actually kind of like listen and study his music for a while. There is, Tokyo Ghoul. Love Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, sorry. That one's great too. I actually love, do you guys like period dramas? Because there are a lot of like great period dramas that I love too. Like, I think it's, the guy who did Chainsaw Man. Yeah, Chainsaw Man has gone, I'll get back to my point in just a second, but Chainsaw Man, like literally, my boyfriend told me that it just like exploded the charts, like is literally blowing like all other manga out of the water in Japan right now. Really, he highly recommends. He's a super nerd like me, so yeah, I love, it's Dario Marianelli, I believe. I'm really bad with names, guys, so sorry. Yeah, it's a hard thing for me to remember people's names accurately, but his score for Jane Eyre was just marvelous. Like, I'm a person that really loves like anime, but I also really love period dramas too, if that sounds weird. I feel like it is weird, but I've seen a lot of like crossover with those genres. I think I like them because they're just so imaginative. But I will make a story post about some of the different OSTs that I like to listen to. Maybe I can even make a public playlist or something. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. There's some really great work going on. What's his name? Oh my gosh, like I said, I'm so bad with names. But he did A Silent Voice. That soundtrack is amazing. You've got to listen to it. If you haven't watched the movie A Silent Voice or read the manga, I read the manga several years ago, actually, before it came out. It's amazing. It's an amazing story. And the way that composer uses sounds and experiments with sounds is just incredible. It has such a light, bright, like free texture. I literally, like, you can see, like, I'm getting goosebumps from thinking about the soundtrack. Is that nerdy? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so good. Sorry, that was like, I had to show you the goosebumps. The goosebump alert is like a real thing that you have to consider. For me too, when I'm writing a piece of music, I know it's good if like the goosebumps are involved. It's a legitimate radar. Yeah, you guys are so cool. A Silent Voice, the soundtrack breaks. Yeah, the soundtrack is a heartbreaker. I think the interesting thing about soundtracks, and why one of my goals in the future is to write a soundtrack for a movie. I'd love to write for an anime. That's like my absolute like number one dream. Is that like the feelings that you have from the movie and the story carry over into your memory of the music. It's really interesting. Like when I was in school studying the brain and the music's response to brain, it's so interesting how like memories and just different thoughts are actually tied to music. And I think that's what happens with like really amazing soundtracks and amazing stories and movies. It's just incredible. It's incredible. And there is actually, I think I have it here. For you guys who love like anime and Ghibli movies, let's see. I have like a little collection over here of like my different movies and games. But if you have not seen this is a Chinese anime. Well, it's not an anime, it's like an anime style movie. I think it's probably backwards right now, but it's called Big Fish and Begonia. The music in this is incredible and the story is incredible. So if you like Ghibli and anime and stuff, like people don't really talk about this because it's Chinese, but I think if I remember correctly, it took them over 10 years to make this film. So yeah, if you haven't watched that one, I just happen to have that one like right within grabbing distance, so I thought I'd grab it. But yeah, any other recommendations you guys have, like leave it down below, because I'm completely interested in picking up new anime. Getting some more hearts, yay! Thank you guys. Silent voice is so good. Just makes me think about it. We've actually, when you are, do I enjoy listening to my own music? I know sometimes people don't love to listen, watch, see their own works. So an interesting thing, actually, I would say maybe a little yes and a little no to that question. So something like research has told us is that people don't like listening to the sound of their own voices. That's actually really normal. I don't really like listening to the sound of my own voice, and I never have. I don't like it. I don't like my hearing of my voice when I'm singing is different than like when I listen to it. Because when you're a singer, you have to be really in tuned with like what you're hearing, you know. When I was training, I based a lot of like my sound production and things like that when you're singing based on what you hear. You learn to have a memory for your perceived voice. Oh, thank you. Loving my song. I don't do a webtoon, but I do music for lots of different webtoons. So, but thank you so much. Yeah, I like some of my instrumentals, but I'm getting used to the sound of my voice. Kim says, I used to hate hearing my voice, but since it's important to my job, I learned to be okay with it. I think that's kind of how I'm becoming, because so when I'm writing a song, like when I wrote Paper Boats, when I first wrote the song, I was literally sitting in my bed with a notebook and a ukulele just writing it. I wrote the song, and then I came into the room, Million and Vermilion and I wrote the piano part for it. He wrote pretty much all of it, and then I added some stuff on top. And then we recorded, and I had to learn to, you know, I went and recorded myself for a couple of hours, and then I have to edit all of that and get the best little pieces, and it's kind of like chopping it up. It's kind of similar to like video editing, stuff like that. But you have to hear your voice a lot. You have to hear your song like a couple thousand times, like from the beginning to the end. So I don't usually listen to my music that much. Yeah, I see a couple comments about being nervous. Yeah, I get nervous too. I mean, I was nervous to do this today, but you know, things get better with time and experience. So what are webtoons that I've done songs for? So I have done a song, more songs in the future, for Nice to Meet You. I have done music for Purple Hyacinth. I did a ton of music, actually. Some of my songs you might recognize from that webcomic are Purple Hyacinth Theme, Fateful Encounter, the Requiem songs. Yeah, oh, thanks. I've also done Unlovable Replacement, Dior, Brimstone and Roses, Covenant. Oh man, I feel like I'm missing something. I said Purple Hyacinth, Brass and Sass. Oh, I'm glad you love Purple Hyacinth Theme. Awesome. Let's think, what else have I done? I have done something else. It's now getting to the point where there are so many. Did I say Unlovable Replacement? There are so many that I just can't even keep track on. But it's been really cool because of Cold-Blooded King. Oh yeah. Thanks. Thanks for the help. Yeah, there are so many, and I've been so lucky to meet all those creators and talk with them, and everybody is so different, and the working style with everyone is just yeah, it's so different. It's so interesting, and like, you know, so many people are across the world and in different countries from me, and it's just so cool to, you know, learn about people's different life experiences, but see how similar we are, because being a creator is just a really different lifestyle. So If you guys have any other questions, I would love to hear them. I have to go pretty soon, but I'm definitely doing this again. And before I log off, I have 2 things that I'm going to be doing in the future. Oh, Instant Miso's making a new webtoon soon. Would you want to make any songs for it? If she reached out to me, I would love to. Yeah, if I loved Siren's Lament. Siren's Lament was the first webtoon I actually read. The only reason I started reading webtoons a couple years ago now was because I was on YouTube and I saw a YouTube ad for Siren's Lament and I clicked on it and I was like, watch, this is really cool, but this is probably not something like free that I can read, but let me just see. And I clicked on it and I was like, okay, wait, I can just like read this thing. And I did, and I took like 2 days, and I just remember just like laying on my couch, just like in complete utter peace, like my dog in my lap, like with lots of coffee. And yeah. Oh yes. Yes, Kim Robinson Books has awesome advice for you, Plu. If you want to see me make songs for a webcomic, yes, tell the webtoon creators. People are still getting to know me, and a lot of times they might not quite understand that like I will go and write music for webtoons. You know, they might think it's like a song that I've already done and like it happens to be in the webtoon, but actually yeah, if you want to see my work with other people, tell those authors like you should collaborate with Isabella, like you should work together, because I'm always down for new comics, new things, like totally. So I also, like I said, I really loved her work. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Thanks, Kim, for that too. So 2 things I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, absolutely, I appreciate the support. You guys don't realize, but like shouting out my work, like shouting out my new songs when they come out, bookmarking, saving, and telling your friends is huge for me. Also, following me on Spotify and YouTube helps me so much. Oh my god. Yeah. I feel like I have like a stan or something, like you guys are gonna fight for me. You guys are so funny. But yeah, when you things that might seem little, like following me on Spotify, YouTube, and stuff like that, actually really help me tons. You know, telling other authors like you want to see my work with theirs, like yes, that helps. Like you guys have so much power, and I've learned that, especially as an independent creator. Like, you know, I love you guys so much, and when you shout out my stuff, when you appreciate my stuff and tell your friends about my stuff, like it shows, like it impacts me a lot. Like I can see, like in my listens, I can see in just so many ways. And you know, my goal one day is to be a completely independent, like full-time, like singer, songwriter, composer, content maker. And yeah, I get closer to that every single time you guys, you know, do those amazing things for me, and I really like can't like express my appreciation enough. Like it's really awesome. And so something I'm gonna be doing next week, I have a special giveaway that I'm doing for Paper Boats. I had a giveaway for Shattered where I got special prints of the art and hand wrote some lyrics and signed it and gave them away. And I'm gonna be doing that with 5 prints of my special artwork, custom. It was made only for Paper Boats by Wishroomness. And so I'm gonna be announcing that next week, but since you guys are here, you get to know early. And with that giveaway, you're gonna just have to follow me on social media and do a little shout out. But I'm so excited to be doing that one again. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. And sometimes there are like little secret things that I do too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Woohoo. I'm so glad you guys are excited. And also, something new I'm going to be doing too is, so I'm really excited. I've been wanting a Switch for like 2-3 years now. And the other day, literally my boyfriend was like, screw it, we're going and buying one. And we did. So I'm hoping to start live streaming on Twitch, and I'm gonna start from the beginning, and we're gonna play Animal Crossing. So I'm really stoked. I'm gonna start at the beginning. I'm hoping I've gotta try to get the equipment to live stream, and it's a little expensive, so I might have to wait a little bit. I'm gonna be opening a little Ko-Fi, and if you guys want to help me out there too, that helps a ton. I mean, so much. But I'm gonna try to live stream and eventually do music performing too. So like music performing and an Animal Crossing live stream. Yeah. It's really, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I realized I really don't take enough time to like chill out and stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I might have to make like a song or something about like inspired by Animal Crossing. Like Isabella's like Animal Crossing, like, I don't know, tune or something. Yeah, because I love it. It's really cute. It's really cute. I had it for the DS, and yay. Thanks. Oh my god, the hearts are like rolling in. I'm getting a lot of like pro Animal Crossing love. Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited that you guys are excited. Yeah. So that's going to be coming in the future. So in the next couple days, I'll be announcing the giveaway after the prints come in. And then hopefully I'll be doing live streaming soon too. And I'll be live streaming with more songs and more just like stuff you haven't heard before. It's really exciting. I do have like two songs that I'm working on right now that I'm like, these are gonna be good. These are gonna be good. So they're gonna be songs that are for my solo album. So yeah, you guys are awesome. So I'm gonna take any other last questions, and then I'm gonna head out. But I will definitely do this again soon. You guys are super awesome and supportive. So sweet. So any other questions, let me know. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a couple seconds. I'm gonna see if I can get my dog to come over here. Mo! Mo! My dog is like a grandma. She's like completely asleep, so I don't think she's gonna come. You guys are so sweet, so awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming to my live stream. It has been so awesome and nice to be... All right, great way to start your day. Yeah. You're so welcome. I thank you for being excited for my album. I'm probably gonna start like just vlogging about it a little bit. It's really interesting to write just my own album that's just like just me. You know, I'm having to figure out a lot about myself for it. You guys are so sweet. I am so thankful for you all coming and asking me questions and spending the afternoon with me. So I'm hoping to do a more regular tea time live stream. So you are all so sweet. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. Like I said earlier, like if you have amazing goals, like just keep going for them, just like I am. It's a process, but you can do it. You know, what you want to do really matters. Your experience and who you are really matters, and the different qualities that make you you. Thank you for loving the background. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be working on the album really hard. Yes, probably harder than I've ever worked before. But anyways, I'll be doing another live stream again soon. You guys are so amazing. This has been so much fun. So you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.